Good morning, Bishop Lynch. Today is Wednesday, September 26, 2018. I am Jared Hedges.
I'm William Parsons.
And I'm Max Danielsen, and you're watching this week's edition of
Across Campus.
I want something just like this. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this.
Hey, Max, how you doing?
Whoa, Jared, back up just a bit.
What's the problem?
I mean, I have a pretty big pet peeve. I don't really like people being too much in my personal space.
Well, Megan and Larson have more on what pet peeves are.
Larson, stop chewing so loud. That's my pet peeve.
What's a pet peeve?
It's an irritation or annoyance. Everybody has them.
Everyone has one?
Everybody.
Oh.
Everybody has their own special pet peeve, whether it be loud chewing or scratches on a chalkboard. Studies show most pet peeves are caused by two emotions, disgust and irritation. Disgust covers pet peeves like loud chewing or other things seen as unclean, while irritations cover things like incorrect grammar or poor driving.
Pet peeve is something that aggravates you to no end.
What is my definition of a pet peeve? Something that really irks me to the point of being really annoying, I guess.
A pet peeve is something that gets on your nerves. A pet peeve for me is like when you're at a restaurant and they get the fork and the knife and they put the knife in between the little grooves and they start like scraping it. That's so nasty. I can't.
I have one. I probably have a few. Okay, driving. When people stop in the right-hand lane and I want to take a right and they're just sitting there, that's a pet peeve. Hate that. On campus, it's probably people who jewel in the bathroom. I really hate that.
Mr. Cogswell, what's your number one pet peeve?
I guess it's probably when people don't wear their IDs.
My biggest pet peeve is whenever I oversleep my hour.
According to the top10s.com, mouth noises and loud chewing is the number one pet peeve, and the following is poor driving etiquette. The stress expert, Dr. Deborah Rosman, the CEO of HeartMath, says that most people look at big sources of stress like a job change, new school, etc. However, these small irritations add up and can cause real anxiety and health problems. She recommends not to deny these angers, but diffuse them while they are still small and manageable. Wow, Larson, I really like those chewing noises, especially since I can't hear them.
Yeah, I figured out pet peeves are annoying, and now I can't annoy you anymore. Darn.
This has been Megan Mathena
I'm Larson Beaurline.
reporting for Across Campus.
It's that time of the week again, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another edition of Jam Sports. Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Jam Sports. We're your host Max Danielsen.
And I'm Jared Hedges.
Jared, a lot's been going on in the BL sports world as of lately, so I think it's time to look into that and see what's been going on. But first, before we do that, of course we have to give a shout out to our sponsors of Monkey Sports. They have all the latest gear in baseball, lacrosse, and ice hockey. Make sure to go and visit them. They're off of 75 and down Bethany Drive. But Jared, without further ado, let's dive right into this BL Sports recap. Starting off with the football team. Last Friday night's game unfortunately got canceled versus White High School as it was due to a lot of rain. Now, Jared, I don't know if you were out in that weather, but by golly, was there a lot of it.
It was raining really bad. I was trying to go get something to eat, and you could not see what color the light was. It was that hard it was raining.
But don't worry, Friar fans. This week on Friday, they will have a game here at 7 p.m. at Rufino Stadium versus ISB High School from Hollywood, Florida.
And moving on to volleyball. The volleyball team currently is on an 8-game winning streak and are 22-7. And in those 8 games, they have limited teams to only one set win, or they've swept them.
Now, Jared, I don't know if you've watched the volleyball team this year, but they are playing phenomenal, lights out, as you could say. They had 5 games in a row where they swept their opponents. Now, they had a game last night versus Bishop Dunn, as the score to that game will be appearing on your screen right now. And their next game will be against Prestonwood at 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
And moving on to the swim teams. 2 freshmen set school records in the first meet of the year. Hadley Beeson broke the school record in the 100-meter freestyle with a time of 53.61 seconds, breaking this old school record of 53.97 set by Kristen Stempak in 2011.
And then freshman Stella Todd broke a 14-year-old school record by winning the 100-meter butterfly with her time of 57.97 seconds, breaking the record set in 2004 by Emily Cardone Dennis. And as well, Callan Singhania won the 500-meter freestyle. Sophie Robertson was also able to have her lifetime best with a time of 30.03 seconds. And as well, Ailish Tierney stepped up and easily took the 500-meter freestyle.
And moving on to cross country. The men's cross country team competed in the 12th annual Gary Horner Invitational, hosted by Molina High School, and took home a 7th place finish. Luke Hernandez placed 19th, while Jack Daves and Addison Baum cracked the top 50 with finishes of 44th and 45th places. The team heads to Ennis this Saturday for the Lion Dens run at 8 a.m.
And Jared, I think this is going to recap another edition of Jam Sports as we thank you from myself, Max Danielsen,
and Jared Hedges.
Wishing you, as always, a pleasant good morning, a good afternoon, or good evening to you, wherever or whenever you may be watching. Thank you.
Hi, we are members of Miss Meehan's 1A philosophy class. In our discussions this semester, we realized that we are asking ourselves some great questions that help us engage in critical thinking and that are fun as well. So, we thought we'd share some of our questions with all students and faculty to give everyone the chance to engage in these discussions. Here's the first question. Is math real? Do the numbers and principles of mathematics have reality independent of the universe's existence? If you agree with me, then you think that math requires a material universe and is essentially a description of the universe. Could you count 1 + 1 if there's nothing to count?
If you agree with me, math is so real that its principles would still be true even without the material universe. 1 + 1 is still 2 even if there's nothing to count. So the question again is math real? Is the numbers and principles of mathematics have reality independent of the universe's existence?
You can find the question and submit answers on FriarNet and resources. Faculty and students alike are invited to submit answers, but students will have preference over adults. There is no particular answer we are looking for. We are just looking for the most clear and thorough answer to the question. The winner's prize will be something truly unique, and the winning answer will be read in the next Across Campus.
for watching this week's edition of Across Campus. We'll see you next week where the news is, right where you are, across campus.